All right, you guys, so welcome to the video. It's me, Ciara, aka Ciara in the bonus, and we're here live on Twitch. If you're watching this right now, make sure you guys drop a follow. The link is pinned in the comments and in the description. Pull up, let me know you're from YouTube so we can hear from you. I love to hear from you guys. That's why I post these videos. My other socials are also linked in the comments with the link tree. All my socials on one page. Join the Discord. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and get to the video. This is the last thing I want to talk about. So we have a little situation with Adin Ross. Now I have very extensive thoughts on this. Now, if you've seen this image somewhere online, you might know who the girl is. Now, long story short, her name is Naima Trout. Okay. So they said Adin Ross offered the black girl who debated Charlie Kirk $20,000 to debate Nick Fuentes, who is a well-known Nazi, white supremacist, hateful bigot. In case y'all don't know who he is, that's who the Nick Fuentes guy is. So she dropped out. They're claiming she dropped out at last minute. Apparently that's not true. It got community noted, and she said she didn't want to platform hate. So we're gonna look at it. And Adin Ross, I looked at like about 15 to 20 seconds of his response to her, and I just couldn't keep listening because it was so vile and disgusting what he was saying. And I have to critique this on a social level, and I might get canceled for what I'm gonna say because it's very telling. I'll explain more. So let's go through her explanation as to why she said she's not doing this, and then we're gonna look at what Adin Ross said responding to her. So let's see. She did a little explanation video.
Okay, so a few days ago, Adin Ross hit me up and offered me $20,000 to debate Nick Fuentes,
which Adin has a history of like throwing his money around and stuff like that. You know?
Said no. I said no for several reasons, but the biggest one is that he's a white supremacist. I feel like this is kind of self-explanatory, but if you engage in a debate with the leader of a hate group, you are legitimizing that as a perspective that should be considered.
That's true. She's very articulate. I mean, we could see that from the original clip that she went viral for. But yeah, there's certain groups where it's like, I mean, personally, I'm willing to talk to anybody, but if you are gonna get on a platform, you are bringing more eyes and ears to someone that's they don't even have a position that's respectable. If you are literally the leader of a hate group, as the person debating them, you are giving them a platform. Even if you win the debate, they're not even going to be debating in a way that's like completely honest in the first place.
How am I supposed to have a debate with someone who openly idolizes Adolf Hitler? Like, what are we supposed to talk about? Healthcare? No.
Yeah, how are you?
No.
Yeah.
If you want to disagree with me about policy, that's fine. I don't care. But you can't just like hate people for no reason and expect me to like normalize that. I'm not doing that. So that's number one. Number two is his fans got really excited about it. Why did they get really excited about it?
Because he's gonna get clips and shit.
Because they're a hate group. And what does a hate group need? Something and someone to hate.
Yep.
So essentially, I was being paid.
You're gonna get paid to get humiliated, dehumanized. They're gonna try to like make points that aren't even solid just to like try to dunk on you, like shit like that. It's not even worth it.
Paid $20,000 to provide entertainment for a bunch of hell no.
True.
And then number three is I think it's kind of hilarious that Adin Ross tried to pay a girl $20,000 to talk to him and she still said no.
Oh, I know Adin hated this part.
Funny. You guys
I know
from him, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Oh, I know he didn't like that.
But you know, that's kind of my take on it. I just didn't want to. It's just gross. I don't want anything to do with that. I'm not gonna feed into it. Not for $20,000 at least. If I'm gonna sell my soul to the devil, it's definitely gonna be a big bag. Like I will never work again.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, so that's why I didn't do it. And you know, it's fine to disagree, but come from a place of love, and then we can talk.
Oh yeah, Aiden's not gonna do that. So now we gotta look at Aiden's response. Yo, what up, Gucci? How we doing, my guy? Okay, now this is the part where I'm absolutely about to cook him. And what I have to say before I get into this, for context, Adin Ross is a guy that has a history of trying to use his money and platform to get people to do things that are humiliating, no morals. I mean, he literally was just bored one day and offering people money to see them like pee in a cup and pour it on their sister, or poop in a cup and pour it on somebody. Like, I'm telling y'all, he literally went through a phase where he was just throwing money around, trying to see how dehumanizing of things he could get people to do with money. So it's not surprising at all. Like, I just want y'all to hear the way that Adin responds to this. You see how she was calm, measured, respectful, whatever, right? Look at the way he gets mad that he can't just put money in someone's face and make them do whatever he wants to do. And I think it has to be stated, he's a jigger, okay? He's a jigger. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, it's a certain pattern that I noticed in the entertainment industry, right? We're not even gonna take it no crazy anti-Semitic rap. No anti-Semitism. I can barely bring up how there are people in positions of power. Like, let's take a step back and take it away from Adin Ross. There's people, white, right? A lot of white ones, and it's a lot of Jewish ones too. So those two people have a lot of structural power and systemic power in the country, let alone in the entertainment industry. Why is that? I don't know. I don't think it's just because they're white or just because they're Jewish. I think they have connections and they have very strong networks with each other. And these people are always looking out for other people just like them. I think this is common for different ethnicities and groups to do, where they want to see each other succeed. So, you know, they continue to platform each other. They invest in each other. So it's not something that's like, oh my God, like only the Jews are doing it, right? But I think it's fair to acknowledge that when it comes to the entertainment industry, there's a lot of them that are protecting each other, right? They're pretty much like the one group you cannot speak out against. But the reason I feel like it's relevant here is because I'm gonna draw a contrast to hip hop, right? There's an actual point here that has to be addressed with nuance. So I'm gonna attempt to do it. So some people are gonna get mad. I really don't care. I have to be honest. Just like in hip hop, it's a lot of white and Jewish people that control the industry. I'm not talking like, oh, they're pulling strings, puppet masters. No, I'm talking about people we could visibly see. Lucian Grange, right? Look at someone like Drake. Let's use him as an example. He's black and Jewish, right? But there is an interview of Peter Rosenberg back in like 2010 something. I'm gonna maybe see if I can find the clip for y'all, but I'm just telling y'all what they say when they meet each other. Peter Rosenberg is like, hey bro, you know you're Jewish, like, you know, we don't have one of us in the industry, you know you're gonna get so much support. That's his words, not mine. That's coming from one Jew to another Jewish man. Adin Ross gets introduced to Robert Kraft, who is the owner of the Patriots, I believe, by what's his name? All white party, Mike Rubin. Mike Rubin is also Jewish. I'm just bringing up the pattern of what they mention to each other. There's a clip of, I think they met at some Fanatics like party or something. What is the first thing Rick Rubin says when he's introducing Adin Ross to Robert Kraft? He says, oh yeah, and he's a Jewish kid like me and you. So I'm just using what they're saying to paint the picture. They clearly think it's relevant. I'm not the one that's trying to make it relevant. But clearly when it's business dealings and networking things going on, they feel it's relevant enough to bring up their religion and ethnicity. So let's just acknowledge that just like they are. Now, the reason it's interesting with Adin Ross, I'm seeing parallels between him in the streaming industry and in the music industry. Adin Ross has worked, I think he's worked hard to get where he's at, right? But I also think he's given a little more leeway because of the money and the power he has. And what I'm noticing between this situation and how he's been acting, you know, using his money and power to try to get people to do what he wants them to do and even humiliate themselves, is very reminiscent of how in hip hop, these artists are the ones with the talent, and they're the ones who provide the value, but yet their value is getting extracted by the labels, and the artists are left with like an image that they feel they can control to some extent, but all the strings are getting pulled by people that are label executives, right? The label tells them, this is how we want you to present yourself, and we'll give you money. If you're not presenting this image we want to push, we're not going to give you a budget, we're not going to assign you, or we're not going to give you money. And it's very exploitative, because even if the artist is getting money, the labels are extracting more value out of it than any artist. That's how I feel about Adin Ross. That's what he does when he tries to throw his money around and his platform around to get people to do any and everything with no moral compass, right? With no regard for them as a person. The dude literally said he was going to pay someone $70,000 to stream in the middle of the hurricane. I told y'all the example of him trying to pay people to put pee on their sister, like, oh, if you do this, then I'll give you, like, I mean, just doing stuff that's dangerous and disgusting for money because he's bored, just to entertain himself, just so he can get content. It's a very dehumanizing way to look at other people, right? And I've always tried to give Adin the benefit of the doubt over the years and be like, I think his heart's in the right place. He just does some crazy. But it's like, at a certain point, this is just who you are. Now, now that I preface that with all that information and context, now I want y'all to listen to what he says and the way that he talks about this girl, and tell me you don't see what I'm seeing. So he's mad. For context, this is the girl who did the little debate, went viral for cooking Charlie Kirk in a debate on policies. Adin wanted her to come on stream. He offered to pay her $20,000 to debate a white supremacist Nazi named Nick Fuentes. She said no, because I don't want to platform that, right? So this is Adin responding to the video we just watched with her. And I just want y'all to listen to how crazy he sounds. And I've only watched like 15, 20, 30 seconds of this, but the first part of what I heard was insane.
And then
so look at how mad he gets about this.
number 3 is, I think it's kind of hilarious that Adin Ross tried to pay a girl,
I knew he was going to get triggered at this part,
$20,000 to talk to him, and she still said no.
How is that funny? You look like you need the money. By the walls of your apartment, by the way you look like you need the money. Look, I don't know how long this stuff's the Jubilee hype is gonna, it's gonna eventually wear off. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. I offered you $20,000. I make 10x, 15x just from having you and Nick do it.
Okay, that's point number 1. You see the parallels with what I was saying, right? I offer you 20,000. I'm getting 10 or 20x what you're getting. You see that? You see how he's literally able to acknowledge that he's gaining way more, exponentially more than she is from the situation. He knows that she's going to be subject to humiliation, hate, all that. And he's still trying to guilt her or shame her into not accepting the crumbs. Because to him, 20K is crumbs. Right? You see that? He's aware of these things.
It's going to happen. I offered you $20,000. I make 10x, 15x just from having you and Nick do it, just from that one specific stream. So you're basically like my little, you're like my little content slut for the day, and I get to make a lot of money off of you. Let's see. I think it's a win-win, but I think you fucked up.
So he calls her his content slut for the day. I mean, if that doesn't tell you how he feels about people and their value, and I mean, if that doesn't tell you, if it doesn't make sense to you at this point, it's like you're just not gonna get it, gang, because that's how he looks at people, bro. That's what makes it even more disgusting, is he has the self-awareness of what he's doing. You can't give him a cop-out with this shit.
Let's see. I think it's a win-win, but I think you fucked up by saying no, because when your little shit wears off, this little hype that you have.
So it's like he's mad that she won't sell out her values for money. Yeah, Adin, everybody's not willing to do that. I know it's a hard concept for you to understand, because he literally blew up off of doing sus stuff and trying to emasculate black men for content. So is it surprising that he doesn't understand this concept? Not at all.
This feminist hype after politics, let's be honest, chat. After Trump wins or Kamala wins, nobody's gonna give a fuck about these people. Like, brother, I'm being real. Like, I'm really just being real. I mean, you could do the fact checks and stuff like that. Like, she did need the 20K fear buck. Look at her bed frame. Look at this shit.
It looks like she's in a college dorm, but okay.
You should have took the 20K. You could have debated. You just seem scared.
But at what cost though? But I understand he doesn't think like that. His brain doesn't work like that.
Win situation. You're platforming hate. People know more about Nick Fuentes than you. People know more about Adin Ross than you. He was doing you a favor. You're getting your name out there because people would have felt.
See how he has like lack of comprehension skills? Did she say that she's more well known than either one of them? No. She said she doesn't want to be a participant in platforming. Hey, you can platform him all you want. If I'm not mistaken, Nick Fuentes has already been on Adin's stream. So you clearly have no problem with platforming hate or any of that type of stuff. So, but she said she doesn't want to be a willing participant in it, which she has the right to do.
Felt bad for you how bad Nick would have fucked you up in the debate. You know what I'm saying? You would have got the $20,000. You could have bought a new bed frame. You know, maybe had a new somebody come and fix the walls and shit. Like, there's just so much you could have done, you know? Let's continue on. Go ahead. I was being so nice to you, to the DMs. So nice to you. I was being so polite.
So you were being polite and professional and offer her money, and she was supposed to get on her knees and start gawking you. So you're a decent human being and you want to be rewarded for it by a person doing whatever you want them to do. You see the logic of these people?
Professional towards you. Despite
This mentality that some of these rich people got is just so disgusting.
Looking like an alien. And you know,
and now you're roasting her. See, it's like, oh, I tried to be professional. Yeah, you have to try to be professional, try to be nice because you are not those things. Like, that's all you have to try. Like,
it's crazy.
Come on, bro.
These people, you want to say something like that Adin Ross had to pay $20,000 to talk to a girl. You're not even a girl to me. You know, a girl doesn't have, you know, traits like this. I mean, look at this fucking animal. Like, look at.
Whoa. Now he's calling her an animal? This is what they think about us, though. This is what they think about us. And I'm almost certain the labels feel the same way when an artist has the audacity to not do what they want them to do. Adin Ross is like a damn a record label executive, damn near.
This is just fucking disgusting. You have armpit hair. A regular man is not having sex with this, nor being attracted to this. I'm sorry, nobody's having sex.
And you're still calling her dumb for not coming to your platform, and this is how you asked them just because she respectfully said no. And cracked she cracked one little joke, and he crashing out.
Right reasons, at least. Like, I'm sorry, if a girl ever looks at me, you know, this way, in a sexual way, with armpit hair like this, it's fucking disgusting. It's fucking disgusting, man. I'm sorry, guys. I had to clap back 10 times harder because you come at me and try to call me a loser for saying that I had to pay a girl $20,000 for.
She cracked one little joke. You know why it's hidden so much? Because it's true. It's true. The only reason any woman would ever want to touch Adin Ross is because he got money and clout. That's it.
To them. Come on.
Women, take away all that shit. Women are not touching Adin Ross. They wouldn't even look his way. You know, and he knows that.
You know I wanted to pay you $20,000 so Nick Fuentes could have fried you.
She knows that. That's why she didn't take the money, dumbass. Duh, she peeped it. See, I swear some niggas be getting mad when women are able to peep what they trying to do. That's what it is. See, when women can pick up on the game and avoid getting humiliated, some of these dudes be getting mad. They be getting mad about that shit. Cause like, oh, you caught me. Now I gotta try to roast you. Like,
I would have made hundreds of thousands of dollars during that debate. It's okay.
And she still should have been cool with a cool little 20K. See the exploitative nature of whatever transactional like interactions he has with people.
There's a million of you. You're very replaceable.
Yeah, but I'm just glad he's saying it out loud. And I hope people know that associate with Adin, this is how he feel about y'all too. especially the niggas. I hope y'all know that. I remember I saw him get mad at who was it? I can't remember the dude's name, but it was one of the rappers, YB and Amir, because he said he wanted more money to box than what he was offering. He's like, oh, you fell off, you're not worth this, that. Very reminiscent of what Vlad said to Marlon Wayans, right? Where it's like, no, I'm gonna tell you what you're worth, and if I say you're not worth this, like, it is what it is. Like, that's the mentality he has, where it's like, okay, I get to determine your worth. I get to put a price on your head. You're not valuable. You're disposable. You're expendable to me. He just being honest. This is how a lot of them feel about us, but they don't be being honest with it, though.
So, sorry to violate you. I actually felt bad. And yeah, that's it. All right, move on. Carry on. Let's finish up these clips. Oh, wait, there's more.
That's just funny.
There's more.
You guys get advice from him? Jesus Christ. Yeah, but, you know, that's kind of my take on it. I just didn't want to. It's just gross. I don't want anything to do with that. I'm not going to feed into it. Not for $20,000 at least. If I'm going to sell my soul to the devil, it's definitely going to be a big bag.
So hopping on a debate where you can argue and say whatever the fuck you want.
He don't get it. He doesn't get it because he has no moral compass. Let's see what the comments say. Let's see. They say, oh, so he proved her right. He's so weird. Classic white man gets upset that his money isn't enough to make someone do what he wants. These are the people we need to watch for. Those that think they can buy everyone and get mad, it doesn't work. Imagine what's being said or done offline. He had a tantrum because a girl said no. Please stop platforming him. Bro professionally crashed out. Adin said, proving her point exactly right. You're a racist creep. When you don't have anything to say, so you go for personal attack. Yeah, right. No one does when you reject them. Couldn't even watch past the 1 minute mark. You continuously let these Caucasian creators disrespect black women just because they have money. Nothing about her walls look poor. It looks normal. Nothing about her looks poor. Looks like she just chilled in her house. But you see how, like, as soon as bro, I'm telling you, bro, and it be niggas that be friends with Adin, bro. Nigga, y'all want to look past all the stuff that he does and all the character flaw. Oh, that's my guy. But it's like, let's keep it a buck. It's just like how niggas stay associated with Drake. You only associate with him because you feel like in your mind, you're like, okay. Yeah, Drake is this, he is that, but I would benefit from being connected with him. I would benefit from being in network and community with him. I don't want to not be cool with him. So you still cool with him despite all the crazy shit he does. And it's like, all these black creators, am I mad at them for continuing to associate with him? No, because they feel like, hey, Adin is the gateway to a lot of things. He's like a gatekeeper in a sense. Isn't that crazy? He built his platform off of basketball, hip hop, emasculating rappers and making such jokes and making black men uncomfortable, right? And then he becomes the gatekeeper of the WNL community, or a culture setter, a culture mover, right? That's kind of crazy. He's proven her point. Bro was making out with Sky Bree, but draws a line at armpit here. I don't know who that is. Typical crash out. She lost her opportunity. Oh, really? She's the one that crashed out? That did not look like a crash out. So basically, you insulted her because you can't take rejection because you got money and think people are supposed to do whatever you say because you think they're poor. Now she will make the 20K doing interviews because she knew how to get you mad. Now people want to talk to her. Oh, yeah, he did call her an animal, too. You see that? See how the racism always creep out with these people, bro? This is truly what a lot of these people think about black people. But they stay around niggas because it looks good for them, right? They want to have that culture and have that like cultural acceptance and shit. But deep down, this is how they feel. How is it even like in your mind instinctually to say, oh yeah, she looks like an animal? That came out way too easy for him. He called her alien. He called her an animal. She said she looks poor. Like, come on, bro. That's crazy. Oh, and he called her a content slut. So it's like, bro, I'm just saying, this is why your ass is not getting back on Twitch. This is why your ass is not getting back on Twitch. That shit is OV. Anyway, I had to say something about that because I just felt like that was insane. All because this girl wouldn't get on his platform and debate with the what's it called? White supremacist hate, I don't know, Nazi. The guy's a Nazi, basically. He's a Nazi. And what's crazy, it's a bunch of people that like are meat riding him in the comments. Like, oh my god, bro, that's so funny. Ha 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 ha. That's so funny. And it's like, whole time she's in a college dorm, you're roasting her bed framing. That, you know, I know Adin has never touched a college campus, so, you know. But I'm just like, hey, if she was all that, she probably low-key peeped that you felt all those things about her and said, yeah, I'm not gonna do this. And then you literally just prove her right for trusting her instincts. Because honestly, like, she could have got nothing out of that. And like he said, so he getting damn near, what's it called? He said, I'm getting 10 to 20 times what you're getting off of this. So what that means, he's making, if he offered her 20K, he's making 200 to 400,000 off of having that stream and then all the clips and all that. So it's like, hey bro, like, some niggas just be mad they can't get everybody to drop their morals for them. But that being said, man, Adin Ross is so fucking trash. But that's it for me. I'm gonna post this probably on the plug channel, so if y'all are watching, make sure you drop a follow to the Twitch to come to the stream. Y'all can keep me posted on all the latest things going on, music video reactions. We're about to check out this Yeet album. Make sure y'all leave a like, comment, and subscribe. But until next time, y'all, we're out.